Hello student, today I am going to start online classes for class 8 and we will start from the math. So in class 8 we have to study in the first chapter about the rational numbers. Okay, so we will start the rational numbers and then one by one we will cover all topics. So first we define that what is rational numbers. So let's see. Rational number. So how can we define the rational number? That any number that can be represented in the form of a by b or p by q or x by y. You can just denote with any alphabets. So that doesn't matter that you can denote with m by o or a by b or p by q or x by y or y by z, anything else. But there is some certain numerator and denominator parts. Okay. So basically the rational number is defined as a number that can be represented in the form of p by q or x by y or a by b, where a and b both are integers. So basically this is necessary part of the rational numbers, that x and y or p by q may in p by q, that p and q, or in a by b, a and b. That means the numerator and the denominator part must be an integer. And one more thing, that denominator, that denominator can never be 0. Okay, so here we can simply write that rational number, that a number represents in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Here q is a denominator. So we already state that the denominator part must not be 0. Okay, so basically the rational number is a number that can represent in the form of a by b and p or p by q or x by y or some any way where the denominator part must not be 0 and the numerator and the denominator part will always an integers. Okay, so here let's understand what does it mean, the integers. So as we know that integers, what are integers? The all positive numbers, 0, and the negative numbers. That means the negative numbers and all whole numbers. So both whole numbers and the negative numbers are combinedly known as integers. So it means if we take in rational if we take the integers as a part of rational number, it means the rational number also be a positive, a 0, and as well as the rational number may be a negative. Okay, so here some example of rational number is that minus 5 by 3, 0, and 5 by 3. So this is negative rational number. 0 is also a rational number. 5 by 3 is also a rational number. So here you can say that 0 is not in the form of p by q, but we know that if we write a number simply 2, it means by default there is a denominator of 1. Okay, so the 2 can be written as 2 by 1. So similarly 0 can be written as 0 by 1. So 0 and 1 both are integers, and here the denominator is not 0. So that's why 0 is rational numbers. Okay, minus 5 by 3 is rational number, 5 by 3 is rational number. Now one thing that we will discuss, that why the denominator is not equal to 0. It is because any number that will be divided with 0, consider that 5 by 0. So how can we divide 0? How can we divide the 5 with 0? so there is not possibility, right? So that's why we do not consider that denominator is equal to 0. So here there is two conditions that will be necessary, that the p and q are integers and the q is not equal to 0, where the denominator is not equal to 0. So I hope you understand that what is rational numbers. So if any number that will be divided with 0, it will be considered as not defined. Okay, so here we write that if any number that will be divided with 0, that will be written as not defined. So in maths, this thing is not possible. Okay, so we understand that what is rational number, how the rational number we will write, and the rational number make positive, negative and 0 is also considered as a rational numbers. Okay, so next we understand that what is the property of rational numbers. So let's start with properties of rational numbers. Rational number. So first, here if m is a non-zero integers, non-zero means they may be positive, they may be negative, but it is not 0. Okay, so if m is a non-zero integer, then a by b is equal to a into m by b into m. So these two properties that we will discuss about the rational numbers, that will help you to get the rational number into an standard forms. Okay, so here we can write that 5 by 3. Let's consider that m is an integer, that is 5. So here write 5 into 5 by 3 into 5. So it is 25 by 15. So the 5 by 3 is equal to 25 by 15. So 5 by 3 is a standard form of 25 by 15. Okay. Here we can take as well as negative integers like m is equal to -2. So let's see that 5 by 3 equal to 5 by 3 into -2 into -2. So what happens? The -10 by -6. Okay, so we can write that 5 by 3 is equal to -10 by -6. So 5 by 3 is a standard form of -10 by -6 also, and 5 by 3 is a standard form of 25 by 15 is also. Okay, so this is the first properties of rational number. Now we discuss the second properties of rational number. So the second property is also that if m is a non-zero integer, then if m is a non-zero integer, then we can write also that a by b is equal to a divide m by b divide m. Okay, so let's consider one example again. So example 1, with a positive integer, let's consider here m is equal to 2. Okay, so consider there is a by b is equal to 10 by 20, 10 by we consider okay, so 10 by 28. Okay, so consider 10 by 28. Okay, now so we have to write that a by b divide 2 is equal to 10 divide 2 by 28 divide 2. So it will happen 5 by 14. So here the 5 by 14 is a standard form of 10 by 28. Okay. So example 2, we consider m is a negative integer, so m is equal to consider minus 3. Okay, so now we take as a by b is equal to consider 6 by 27. Okay, or we take as a negative rational number, so consider 6 by minus 27 or minus 6 by 27. That may be possibilities. So we take 6 divide minus 3 by minus 27 divide minus 3. So what we can write, that minus 2 divide by 9. So here the minus 2 by 9 is a standard form of 6 by minus 27. So here we can say that if m is a non-zero, either positive or negative integer, then a by b can be written as a divided by m by b divided by m. So in example 1, we taken as m is equal to 2, that is a positive integers, and here we taken as a by b taken as 10 by 28. So let's write the a divided by 2 divide b divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2 by 28 divided by 2. So if we solve, the answer will be get 5 by 14. So in this example we see that the 5 by 14 is a standard form of 10 by 28. In the next example, we take as m is a negative integer, and we take the rational number is also a negative rational number, 6 by minus 27. Now here 6 divided by minus 3 divide by minus 27 divide minus 3. So when we solve this, we get minus 2 by 9. So here the minus 2 by 9 is a standard form of 6 by minus 27. Okay, so these two properties that will help you to find the standard form of rational numbers. Okay, so next we will learn about how to represent the rational number on a number line. Let's start the rational numbers and representing of rational numbers on number line. So as we know that if we consider this is a number line and that is a reference point 0, so right side we represent a positive integers or positive numbers. Okay, and in left side we represent a negative numbers, right? So here it is a clear, it must be clear that if we take a positive rational numbers, right, a by b is equal to 2 by 3, so this must be greater than 0. So 2 by 3, every positive rational number will represent the right side of rational numbers, and if we consider that a by b is equal to minus 2 by 3, then it must be less than 0. Okay, so this is considered and this will be represented as the left of the 0. Okay, so 0 is a reference point. The positive rational number will always be greater than 0, and that will be represented the right side of the 0, and the negative rational numbers will always less than 0, and that will be represented on a number line left to the 0. Okay, so here one thing that we have to discuss, that how to represent the rational numbers on a number line. So consider, here we consider 2 or more than 2 rational numbers, so taken as example 1. Okay, so here we take a by b is equal to 5 by 3. So first we take this example, so 3 by 5. Okay, so from the fractions definitions, this is a proper fractions, right? Because the numerator is smaller than denominator. Okay, so 3 by 5, and we know that every proper fractions, since fraction does not consider be negative, but in terms of, if we see the proper fractions, if we try to see the proper fraction in terms of rational numbers, then the negative proper fractions or the positive proper, negative proper and the positive proper, both are always situated between the 0 and 1 as well as 0 and -1. So the negative, if we consider, suppose this is an example, minus 51 by 100. So this is or minus 3 by 5 or minus 5 by 7 or minus 2 by 5. So these all are always situated between 0 and -1 because these are in the form of proper. Okay, and as well as if we take the positive, like 3 by 14 or 5 by 13 or 7 by 20, so these all are the proper positive proper. So these all are always situated between the 0 and 1. So how we represent these rational numbers on a number line? So try to understand. So if we have a by b is equal to 3 by 5, so first we decide, or first we have to measure out that this rational number will represent between which and which numbers on the rational numbers. So as we find that this rational number will represent between 0 and 1. So now we have confirmed the space, okay, on the number line, and now let's try to discuss that how they represent. So what is the denominator? This is 5. So first we divide 0 and 1 into the 5 equal parts. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we divided 0 and 1 into the 5 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now the numerator is 3. So count from 0. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So here we write an arrow sign and then write 3 by 5. So this is the representation of 3 by 5 on a number line. Okay. Now similarly, if we take a by b is equal to minus 3 by 5. Okay. So how can we represent? So this is a negative, and first we find the space that where the rational on a number line they will be represented. So we find that minus 3 by 5 will represent on a number line between 0 and -1. So where is denominator 5 again? So 0 and -1 must be divided into 5 equal parts. So consider 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 0 and -1 divided into 5 equal parts. Okay. Now here is the denominator is numerator is -3. So -1, -2, -3. So this can be represented. This line can be represented as -3 by 5. So I hope you understand that how we represent the rational numbers on a number line. Consider about the improper. So example 2 we take as consider a by b is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, and as well as a by b is equal to consider 3 minus 3 by 2. Okay, now what happens? So 5 by 2 can be written as 2 whole 1 by 2. So first thing, that a by b is a positive rational number. So from here it is clear that this rational number will be represented right to the 0. Okay, now we have to find the space where the 5 by 2 will be represented. So the 2 whole 1 by 2. So what 2 whole? So it means this number is greater than 2 and less than 3. So this rational number will be represented between 2 and 3. And now, so we considered from these whole parts that where they will be spaced, or they will be placed on the number lines. Now we consider 1 by 2. So the denominator is 2. So let's divide the 2 and 3 into 2 equal halves. So this is 1 and 2 equal halves. So this one is 2 whole 1 by 2, that is 5 by 2. And similarly, a by b is a negative rational number, that is minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2 can be written as minus 1 whole 1 by 2. It means this number is minus 3 by 2. It means this number is greater than minus 2 and less than minus 1. So here this rational number will be placed between minus 1 and minus 2. The denominator is 2. So minus 1 and minus 2 is divided into 2 equal halves, and we write that minus 1 whole 1 by 2. Right? So in this way we represent the rational numbers on a number line. Okay, so here we understand what is rational numbers, what is the properties of rational numbers, as well as how to represent the rational numbers on a number line. Okay, thank you. In next class we will discuss about the additions of rational numbers, comparison of rational numbers, as well as some properties of addition of rational numbers.